Oh, God.
That's all right, there's just some blood that's pooled inside the belly somewhere. Now we're heading down. You've got to find your way all the way down to the anus and cut round there, because if you're taking the guts out, that's where it's anchored at one end.
Ah, here's the bum.
Yep.
Oh, that's the poo, isn't it?
That's the poo, don't worry. What you got here is a bag that's containing all the contents, just like would in your stomach.
Yeah.
And we're going to open this up so that the whole lot can spill. Yeah. Now that's
Hey,
just
come
at
on,
the
my
spill
darling.
point.
Yeah. Oh, listen to that noise. It's like a
It's
hissing
got all
noise.
frothy, you see. That's the gas in the belly. Diaphragm. Well, that's basically a fart coming out there. Oh, I think that's sucking at the other end now.
That's deeply unpleasant. And it's smoking.
Steam rather than smoke.
It's so slippy, all the guts
It's
are
all
running
starting
through
to
my
spill.
fingers.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, God, that smell is foul, isn't it? What you're doing is basically pulling his rectum back through his belly. There we are.
Yuck.
Now, that's going to take some sorting out down there. I think we better go and get it all cleaned up, because the really unpleasant bit is getting all the excrement out of the inside so that it's clean to work with afterwards.
So we've done the pleasant bit.
Yeah, this is the easy bit. Oops.
Which bit are we after?
Well, we're looking for the smaller bit of the intestine, so that's going to be this section. It's all coiled up in itself. There's probably something like 30 yards of it in here.
Yeah.
And we've got to, first of all, just strip it away from everything else that the membranes attach it to. So it's like that. Just keep pulling it. If you rupture it, then you're going to get all the excrement from the insides plastered all over yourself.
Yeah, I can feel that fiddling around in my fingers.
Not to mention the fact you won't be able to get a decent tune out of it later.
What do I do with all these pooey bits?
There we go. Let's break an end off for you. Right, now, the next thing you've got to do, here's a bowl.
Just put them in here.
Milk it down into there.
Milk it?
Well, it's
oh, look at that. That is
very...
very, very, very unpleasant. Oh, look at that stuff.
Another bowl.
Remember the fumigator? String makers had to endure the stench of burning sulphur too, while they fumigated racks of finished strings in a pit to produce a whiter colour.
Yes.
Pop it onto there.
It's like trying to put on a pair of very small, cold, wet tights that happen to be made of jelly. Yeah.
And I'll just put that on the bench.
Yeah.
I'll just start pouring the water down. You can have the grotty job.
Thank you very much.
Oh, look at that move.
I'm cold, I'm wet, I'm covered in gunk. It stinks, there's nowhere to wash. And presumably there'd be people doing this 12 hours a day.
At the time they need to get some new supplies in, the string makers would be doing this pretty solidly.
Yeah, it's all still twisted, isn't it?
Keep an eye on that bowl there, you don't want it to overflow.
No, it's falling out of the bowl.
It's gone everywhere.
Yeah.
Oops.
Don't wave it at me.
I'm not waving, it's still wriggling.
There, that's the first foot done, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Only another 29 foot to go. So if it hadn't been for the man who was prepared to rip out the guts of a sheep and turn them into ultra-modern violin strings, the violin would have remained the humble viol, and the works of the great composers like Bach and Beethoven would never have existed at all. Join me next week as I swill out the underbelly of the Georgian period to explore some more worse jobs in history.
I'll be finding out about baring your soul for other people's art, the boy monkeys who helped beat Napoleon, and literally going through the mill to put shirts on the backs of the nation.